Welcome to What's Cooking in the Library. Today we are going to make dinner rolls. This is a recipe that I've used for many years. It's my kids' favorite roll recipe, so I'm going to share it with you today. So I start out with 2 cups of warm water. You don't want it to be too hot or it'll kill the yeast. Just warm. Add 3/4 cup of sugar. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of yeast. And just mix it together with a wire whisk. Now we're going to add 2 cubes, which is 1 cup of butter. I like to kind of cut it in smaller pieces and soften it. So add that. 2 eggs. Mix that together. Kind of break up the eggs. Then add a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to start adding our flour. This recipe calls for 6 to 8 cups of flour. Just start adding it until it gets, you want it to just be soft. So we'll just add flour till it gets to be the right consistency. Now if you have a KitchenAid or something like that, I just add everything all together and then mix it all together. I start out with like 5 cups of flour when I do that. And just keep adding the flour. Until you can start kneading it together. So. Almost to the point where I can start using my hands. I start out kneading it in the bowl, and then I'll move it to just the counter. I'm gonna knead until it's just still really soft, a soft dough, smooth, kind of elastic. I think you need for probably about, probably 5 minutes to get it to the right texture that you want. You can see it's still pretty soft dough. It still has a lot of movement in it, so I don't want to add too much more flour at this point, just enough to keep it from sticking. I'm about where it needs to be. See, there's still a lot of movement. There's a lot of movement in it when you smooth, kind of elasticy. That's what it needs to look like. And I'm going to put it in a bowl, and we're going to let it raise until it's double. So you want it to raise in a warm place. At home, sometimes if my kitchen's too cold, I turn my oven on, just a low temperature, and set it next to the oven. But you do want it to be fairly warm. And let it rise until it's double, which is about an hour. Right. Our dough, our rolls have now raised. They're ready to mix into rolls. Now, you can do rolls into any shape you want. I'm going to actually cut this in half, and I'm going to show you two different ways to do it. Kids think that they taste better when they're made into butterhorn rolls, and so I'll show you how to do that. But let me first show you how to make just regular rolls. Take a pan, and you're going to spray them. Then you just pull off a piece about this size, and you're just going to kind of pull it until it's all smooth at the top, just like that, and put it in. Squeeze off another one. I kind of squeeze it in between my fingers like this. That's how I do it. And there again, just kind of squeeze it and form it to where, and you want them to be about the same size. Just like that, to where they're nice and smooth. Normally, you would put it in a regular size pan. And you can usually do 2 dozen per pan. 18 to 24, depends on the size of your pan. So there's just a regular roll. We're going to let them raise. But in order to do butterhorn rolls, you would, like a whole batch, you would cut it into six pieces. So looks like we're going to have about four pieces here. Then form it into a circle like this. And you're going to just roll it out into a circle. Like that. Then we're going to cut it into 8 pieces, just like you would a pizza. Roll it, starting with the larger side, just like that. And then we're going to place it on a pan that's also been sprayed. You're going to want to put the end on the bottom. Just continue rolling these up. Just keep rolling out each section and rolling them up just like this until you're done, until you have your pan full. When you get a pan full, and I'll let it raise again until they're light, and then we'll bake them. So we're going to raise for 30 to 45 minutes. All right, our rolls have now risen and they're ready to bake. We're going to put them in an oven at 350 degrees and bake them for about 20 minutes. All right, our timer's going off. Looks very, very good. Here's these rolls, nice and golden brown. We're going to put this other pan of rolls in now. Just set the timer here. Okay. Now, when I get done with, when I pull them out of the oven, I like to rub just a little bit of butter over the top. And the rolls are now ready to eat, nice and hot. They look so pretty.